everybody, welcome back to some more If My Heart Had Wings. It went that way. What went that way? I don't know. This is where we left off last time. We had a little bit of a lewd moment last episode with the whole bath situation. That was interesting. That was definitely cut out of the original version, or I should say the translated Steam version of the game before I actually, did the retranslation / uncensored version. So, I mean, if that's your thing, then you got to see it. So there you go. I mean, if anything, it was just a nice scene to, establish the relationship better, meaning Aoi and Katori. But anyways, we're still trying to recruit people for the mother effing soaring club, otherwise we're all going to get canceled. Will we find our final person that we need? Is it going to be Katori like we expect? Let's find out. It went that way, she says. Leave it to me! What went what way? At Agaha's signal, I ran ahead to block the cat's escape route. Oh, we're going to catch the cat. Oh, I already know what we're going to do. We're going to take the cat to her so she can pet the kitty. That's what she wants. She wants to pet the kitty. And then maybe she'll join the club. Anyway, Agaha and I blocked the stray cat's paths and its search for a third route. And there she is. Come here, kitty. There was Habane-san with an almost sickeningly broad smile. The favorite. Now that sure was a wheedling voice. The sardine that she dangled in front of the cat got its attention. Aw, yeah. However, as expected of a stray cat, it won't let its guard down so easily. Time for the secret weapon. Habane-san nodded and took out a small fishing rod, with a dried sardine hanged at the end of the line. Huh? Dangle, dangle. Huh? Sardine drew Stray Cat's attention as if it was a blessing descending from heaven. Habane-san was skillfully handling the rod. Can we just take that sentence out of context real quick? I'm sorry. Anyway, she was almost literally, not entirely, literally reeling the cat towards her with the dried fish. Whenever the cat reached out its paw, Habane-san was pulling the rod away with the right timing, so that it couldn't reach the sardine. Actually, it was slightly mean. Eventually, the cat ran out of patience and used its last resort. Jump! The cat jumped up on Habane-san's lap all by itself. Splendid, the cat settled into her arms. Operation Success! I can't believe it fell for such a stupid plan. I felt like saying, come on, Stray Cat, you can do better than that. Well, she got to pet the damn Neko-chan, so that's good. Habane-san stroked the cat sitting on her lap with an affectionate smile that we'd never seen before. Though it seemed the cat didn't really like being stroked, he was way too focused on the large amount of sardines to run away. Oh yeah. No, you can't keep it. Agaha started stroking it too. All girls like cats. Can I stroke him too? No. Stay back! Yeah, don't touch the cat. Even though I like cats too, this was a bit unfair. Next is... I opened the notebook to check. Oh, shit. Things I want to do. It was a list of the items written in Habane-san's notebook. Check. Done. We were in the middle of clearing Habane-san's to-do list. As Agaha and I examined the notebook, Habane-san looked at us sideways with a little suspicion. How did it get to this point? To answer that, we need to go back to this morning. Oh shit. Flashback! Apparently. This morning I was worried if I should return the withdrawal notice that I had picked up earlier to its owner. Returning lost property should have been a natural thing to do, but if I did that, she would probably leave school right away, so I kept it. If that's what she wanted, I had no reason to stop her, but somehow I was hesitant. I was pacing back and forth along the hallway until... Habane-san, wearing her school uniform, poked her head out of her room. She was sneakily checking the situation outside. Oh! As our eyes met, she slammed the door shut. Why is she acting so suspiciously? It wasn't anything out of the ordinary for Habane-san to be suspicious, but there was definitely something behind her behavior just now. I concealed myself in the dining hall for a while. I waited about 10 minutes. Hat came out of the little entrance at the bottom of Habane-san's bedroom door. He took a look around the entranceway, then came into the dining hall.
Quack.
Quack. Shh! Hat went back to Habane-san's room.
誰もいなかっ
Nobody there.
た
Quack, quack.
よし
Alright. What does she mean by alright? Habane-san sneaked out of her room. She took a peek into the dining hall just to be sure, but I was hidden behind the counter. Or I was hiding.
いないみたいね
Looks like no one's here.
あいつに見つかったらうるさそうだもん
What kind of fuss? But by that guy, she probably meant me. Habane-san was wearing her uniform, but she didn't have her bag. In the entranceway, she opened up her notebook and looked inside. I sneaked up behind her.
これは前にやったから今日は
Are you gonna skip school again today? Ah! Habane-san sprung up, screaming, and threw the notebook out.
どうしているのちゃんと確認したのに
You didn't check that carefully. You had the duck do it. That's why you should stop sending a duck to scout for you. Owned. As I picked up the notebook that she dropped, I looked at the open page. Things I want to do. This was the page I saw before.
返して私のノート
Could it be that you're planning to do all of this before you quit school? Seems I was spot on.
やり残しを今日で全部終わらせるのもういいでしょ返して
You're gonna do them all? I obediently handed back the notebook. And then when Habane-san started leaving, I followed her.
なんでついてくるの
I'm gonna help.
はなんで
It must be tough by yourself, right? Habane-san looked at me as if I had just made a fool of myself. When we stopped in the front of the doorbell rung. Who could it be at this time?
おはようございます
Ohayo! Agaha,
およお二人さんお揃いで
what did you come here for?
いやほらさ
Agaha pulled me closer and whispered to my ear.
昨日変な感じだったしそろそろまたサボるんじゃないかって
Oh, I see. Agaha had the same premonition I did. Bitch gonna skip school again. So she came here to invite Habane-san to go to school with her? Your intuition was spot on.
マジっすか
Yeah. Yeah, the truth is... How should I explain this? Habane-san, I'm borrowing your notebook. I went back to Habane-san and took her notebook. Hey, wait! Come back! Using it, I explained the situation to Agaha. I told her that she wanted to finish the whole things I want to do list written in her notebook today. I made sure not to mention the dropping out of school issue.
これは大仕事だね
Agaha groaned a little as she looked at the list.
そうよだから今日は学校休むから
I must do the things I want to do today.
そう
guess
する
that's
しか
the
ないよ
only
ね
way.
私も手伝うよ
Anyway, this is gonna convince her to be part of the club. I know it! Anyway, that is how Agaha and I ended up going with Habane-san against her will to clear the things remaining on her to-do list one by one. As far as the urgent search for club members is concerned, I thought of a possible solution last night. That's why I was accompanying Habane-san like this. Yep, get on her good side, duh.
もういいからあなたたちは学校行きなさい
Oh,
よ
this is before we went to school. She said while stroking the cat, but we didn't listen.
じゃあ次は伊藤さんとこのペディグリーだね
So now we gotta get, like, the big dog. We have to befriend the big dog, right? Agaha pointed and read. Stroke the head of the big dog in the neighborhood. It's really scary, but you might have been very friendly, especially when possibly him right on its back. From the list. The Ito family is wealthy, and they have a very large dog called Pedigree. They are letting him run free in their garden. When we were kids, such a big dog was an unusual sight. We were often watching him lumbering around their spacious lawn. So you'd like to ride on its back. I have lifted Habane-san up on 2 occasions. Both times she was like a feather. Well, perhaps that'd be an exaggeration, but she was really light.
ハバネさんならギリギリいけるかもねなんたってセントバーナー
St.
ドだもん
Bernards are freaking huge, man. Pedigree was a St. Bernard. They're pretty huge. Thanks for repeating what I said, game. While seriously considering Habane-san's silly idea, we headed towards Ito's house. Okay. Sounds good. Let's fuck this dog up. Just kidding. You You got all sweaty.
汗かいた
Did we do it? Said Agaha as she put the baggage down on the grass.
でもここは風があって気持ちいいね
Gotta love the breeze. Today was sunny, and it wasn't too humid. The sunlight was quite intense, though, so the wind that blew here felt nice. Here! I threw a sports drink into Agaha.
おサンキュー
Thank you! And one for you, Habane-san. I took orange juice from the convenience store bag and passed it to Habane-san. Arigato! Do you want to sit down here?
えっと
Agaha, give me a hand? Agaha, who was enjoying her sports drink, got up and came over.
何するの
I want to put Habane-san down here.
いいって
Why not?
おおそうだね
I left lifting Habane-san up to Agaha. I told her how to do it and supported her from the side with my hand.
よいしょっとはあありがとう
Arigato! Habane-san sat down on the grass and comfortably straightened her back.
お尻が蒸れた
Was it? It seems that wheelchairs can get pretty stuffy in the summer.
さあお弁当お弁当
Bento! It was 12:30 now. Just the right time for a lunch break. We spread out the lunch boxes that we brought from the dorm and the juice and snacks that we bought from the convenience store. We didn't have a sheet, but it felt like we were having a picnic.
いただきま
Yeah!
ーす
Thanks for the food! Oh, that's her. Sorry. I made both mine and Habane-san's lunch boxes while Agaha had brought her own. Well, because the original intention was to go to school today, and then none of you did, right?
おおハバネさんハンバーグだねえねえ春巻きと交換しよう
I want a burger!
いい
Alright.
けどやった
Agaha delightfully stuffed her cheeks with the burger that she traded for her spring roll.
葵料理上手だよね女として自信なくすわ
Your mom's good at cooking, though, isn't she?
いやいや現役主婦と比べなさんな
Yeah, really though. What does her mom being a good cook have to do with her being a good cook? That it should rub off on her, is what you're saying? Whatever. Habane-san, not used to this kind of atmosphere, was restlessly eating her lunch. However, she didn't look as comfortable as before, or uncomfortable as before. Agaha either didn't notice that or was pretending not to. She was behaving the same as always.
私学校サボったの初めて
Such a rebel, skipping school.
今まで休みたいって思ったの注射の日くらいだったからさ
Just because you don't like the needles or what?
でもこうやって友達と遊ぶならたまにはいいかも
Hell yeah. Agaha said playfully. Skipping school for the first time must have excited her. If your mom finds out, she's totally gonna kick your ass. Oh! Agaha's mother didn't hold back when she was kicking her daughter's ass. I've been kicked too a few times when I got playing pranks together with Agaha. Those kicks were heavy and quite painful.
言っちゃダメだからね
Tell my mom and I'd kick you. Of course, if I did, I'd also get kicked. Or rather, I just didn't want her to worry unnecessarily.
ねえ次は何
We all looked at the notebook. Throughout the morning, we already managed to clear 5 points. As for pedigree, Agaha was Ito-san's acquaintance, so we could enter their garden when we just asked. She didn't manage to ride on Pedigree's back, but she did succeed in hugging him. In the end, he playfully leaned on her. This must have been quite tough for her. Pedigree probably weighs more than her. On top of that, he licked her all over the face. Habane-san looked deeply moved.
カフェフラックスに行く
Cafe flags? Agaha read out loud one entry from the list. Where's that?
あれだよウィンディにある
Oh.
それはもういいの
Why not? Habane-san said suddenly Habane-san suddenly turned bright red and drew a line through that entry with a red pen. Wait, why? Agaha whispered something into her ear.
誰か一緒に行きたい人いるの
Oh, snap.
違うただの勘違い
Oh? Agaha whispered something to her, but Habane-san desperately tried to dodge the issue. What was that all about?
ちょっと大人な雰囲気のカフェだよ有名なパティシエがプロデュースした店でスイーツが美味しいんだって
Let's go get some fucking sweets. So, do you want to go there?
だから違うって勘違いなの
You say yes. Don't lie to me.
学校で誰かが話してるのを聞いて美味しそうだなって思っただけで
Well, then that means we're going.
そういう場所とは 知らなかったのよ。
Well, that's why we're gonna go as a trio and not a fucking date. You know what I'm saying? That kind of place? It wasn't just a normal cafe?
カップル客をターゲットにしてて、店にはそういうお客さんがうじゃうじゃ。
Let's go have some delicious sweets.
風ヶ浦の若い腐女子たちにとっては、デートであそこに行くのが一種のステータスになってるってわけ。
That's fine. Let's go anyways.
本当に知らなかったんだからね。
I don't care. Let's go. Pow! Abane-san pointed at me. She was strongly denying it, but it wasn't like I had any suspicions about it, really.
葵と言ってくれば？
Oh?
何を言ってるの？だからそんなつもりで書いたんじゃ。
Abane-san had gone red and looked down. Well, I wouldn't really mind. That place is expensive, right?
ケーキが一つ800円くらいから
800 yen per
紅茶も
cake?
大体それくらいだったかな。
That's outrageous! Trying to rob you blind. That was a little steep.
本場仕込みのミルフィーユが看板メニューなんだけど、すっごい美味しいらしいよ。
What's milfuil? Or miuifui? I don't even know how you say that.
そっちは
That's
1つ
1300
1300
yen?
ね。
That's insane! For one cake? Well, it is in the same place as the supermarket that sells high-grade marbled meat for 29.80 yen for 100 grams. I was getting a somewhat larger allowance from my mom for helping out as dorm mother, so next month will be fine.
だから違うって言ってん
Oh,
で
it's
しょ。
like that.
紅茶とケーキが美味しいお店だって素敵なお店だって誰かが言ってるの聞いたから。
Whatever, dude. Then we're gonna go have delicious cakes and tea. Shut up.
別に男の子とデートしてみたいなんて言ってない。
Too late.
言ってない。
I don't care. It must have been a serious matter for her since she repeated it twice. Overwhelmed by her determination, I just nodded silently.
はい、この話はおしまい。
Yep, it is. Let's go. As she one-sidedly dropped that subject, she used the pen to thoroughly blot out that entry.
しょ
It might have bled through through to the other side of the page.
葵、残念そうな顔してない？
No. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? No, I don't. I just wanted some cake and tea, man.
甘いもの好きだもんね。
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't mean I'd get disappointed just by that. Wait, did I really look disappointed? Agatha cleared away finished lunchboxes and opened a bag of snacks. We felt like we were on a trip, so we had bought various things. While eating some Pretsch snacks, Agatha took another look at the notebook after Habane-san was done with blotting. Which reminds me, we were in the middle of talking about what to do next.
ねえ、これ何？
Why? Agatha was looking at the number 1 top entry on the list. It was written with much bigger letters than the other entries. I want to cross over the passage of clouds. Well, there's only one way we're gonna do that, baby. Yeah, I thought that was quite strange, too. What is that?
さあ、
What do you mean, you wonder? You wonder?
だってそれ書いたの
Wait,
私
what?
じゃないもん。
What do you mean you didn't write this? Habane-san answered while crunching the Pretsch snacks she got from Agatha. Now that she mentioned it, the handwriting was different. Oh. Eat Haagen-Dazs to my heart's content, and so on were written with neat, uniform characters. Compared to the very methodical handwriting, I want to cross over the passages of clouds was written in a bold, rampant way.
じゃあ誰が書いたの？ノートの持ち主よ。私が見つけた時には。
You mean you found a notebook and you started writing in it? Have you seen Harry Potter 2? Have you read that shit? Never write in a notebook that you didn't fucking get on your own and it was empty and wasn't yours. That ends poorly, okay? Anyway, there were a few entries written in this rampant fashion, and under those were the neatly written ones. It seems that Habane-san added them, continuing from what someone else had written. You found it? What do you mean?
私が飛び予想に来た時、部屋で見つけたの。
Oh, mystery. Who was staying in that room before? I don't know.
棚の隙間に隠してあったのよ。
Interesting.
じゃあこれ、ハバネさんのノートじゃないんだ。ええ、多分前に住んでた子の日記よ。
That's what I figured. When she said it's a diary, I hesitated to just go ahead and flip through its pages because you never know what else you might find in there, you know what I'm saying? Had Habane-san read it?
じゃあ誰 かの日記の続きにハバネさんが書いたってこと？
Yep. Although both Agaha and I looked at her questioningly, Habane-san remained quiet. She didn't want to waste the remaining pages. I don't think this was the reason. That aside, one more thing piqued my interest. I want to cross over the Passage of Clouds. What was that Passage of Clouds? When it comes to clouds... I looked up. There was a blue sky, some small clouds, and a giant windmill. The windmill blades turning with the wind really resembled glider wings.
じゃあ次はこれ、献血。
Blood donation?
みんなで血を抜きましょ
The fuck? Why is that on your to-do list? Do you have a rare blood type or something? Or you just want to say that you did it one time? You want the cookie that comes afterwards?
う。最後のは結構きつかったね。
Feeling a little bit woozy after that or what? My eyes are still flickering. The last thing from the to-do list we did was complete Lady in Silver Gun. The hell is that? Something like this. If you're wondering what it is, it's a shooting game. We were at the arcade playing the game until we finished it just now. We took turns playing it and repeated and used continues. Does that mean it costs a lot of yen? It was so hard that it made getting to the ending all the more impressive.
いやー、なかなかの名
Okay,
作だった
Lady
ね。
in Silver Gun sounds like a pretty sweet shmup game. I'm no good at shooters. The best at this game was Agaha, followed by Habane-san. Apparently she played it by chance when she was skipping school before and having fun at the arcade. It seems she was enraged by the incredible difficulty, determined to complete the game someday. She had added that entry to the notebook. We had spent no less than 3,000 yen before we finished it. Holy moly.
これでリストは全部クリア？
I would guess approximately they spent 30 bucks to beat an arcade game. That's a lot of money. But anyway, have we cleared everything on the list?
うん。
I guess that's a yeah. Except for flying over the clouds and going to eat that cafe. While we were at it, we had also finished the entries that Habane-san hadn't written. The only one left was to cross over the Passage of Clouds. Since we didn't know what that meant, the list was essentially all clear.
終わってみるとなんかあっけないね。
I know, right? You did it all in one day. What now? I'm glad we finished before dinner.
そうだね。遊ぶならまた別の日にすればいいもんね。
Yeah, we should. Alright, next time you make a to-do list and then we'll do that. No? Okay. Tori's like, fuck that. What's the matter?
なんでもない。
Don't lie to me. Bane-san's expression was dark. Just like Agaha, it seemed that she felt unsatisfied that everything ended unexpectedly quick.
さてと、お腹空いたし、そろそろ帰りますか。
Yeah, good. I don't want to have to make you food again. Hopefully your mom won't find out about this.
大丈夫だって。うちの谷、そんなに豆じゃないし。
You got a dumb teacher, I got you. But Hotaru is quite serious. If she realizes that you hadn't gone to school, she might tell your mom, right?
その時は葵も芋づる式だからね。
Don't put that on me. Hotaru is your sister, not mine. Ah, come on. Are you gonna tell on me?
5年ぶりにお母さんのケツキック食らいなさい。
What is she gonna be like? Aoi made me do it. After saying that jokingly, Agaha turned to Habane-san.
今日はありがとう。ハバネさんのおかげですっごい楽しかった。
Tons of fun. Oh,
じゃあまた明日ね。
Agaha said with a smile and turned to leave. With light steps, she walked up the gentle slope. Oh. Oh. Habane-san started saying something, so Agaha stopped walking. Habane-san looked down, hesitating to speak. She looked like she could cry at any minute. Agaha waited for a little while for Habane-san to open her mouth. Patiently. However, Habane-san wasn't able to say anything anymore, or anything more.
ねえハバネさん、
Oh?
私ね、本当は今日お話があって会いに行ったんだ。
Oh yeah? What's that? Some...
お話？一緒にやろうよ、ソアリング部。
There you go.
葵から聞いたよ。グライダーのこと詳しいんでしょ。ガレージに行くのいつも楽しみにしてたんでしょ。
I mean, it's a true statement.
一緒にやったら絶対楽しいって。きっと毎日が今日みたいだよ。
There you go.
だか
See?
らね。
See? Dude, fucking nailing it. Agaha closed her mouth and waited for a reply. I have no doubt that Habane-san was wavering. She was certainly interested in gliders, so I think she actually wanted to join the soaring club. So if only she could express those feelings now.
やらないって言ってるでしょ。
Yeah, but why?
どうして
Yeah, but why?
どうしてもよ。あなたには関係ない。
Why not? Habane-san's blunt refusal made Agaha's expression cloud up.
どうしてそういう言い方になるかな。余計なこと聞いてくるからでしょ。
Okay.
そんなだからクラスでも浮いちゃうんだって思わない？
This time it was Habane-san who got irritated at Agaha's remark.
浮いてて悪かったわね。誰かさんみたいに八方美人じゃないだけよ。
Ooh, ass kisser.
八方美人ですって。
Uh-oh. Hold it, hold on. Calm down, both of you. Why are you arguing all of a sudden? I couldn't just stand and watch, so I stepped in. After we had such a fun day, let's just cut it. Whoa! Agaha pushed me aside as though I was a hindrance. No good. It looks like she's quite pissed off about that ass kisser comment.
この間のことはみんなが悪いって思うよ。あんな風に言われたらハバネさんが怒るのも当然だもん。
Uh-huh.
けどハバネさんにだって悪いところがあったと思
Oh
う。
shit. Let me tell you something about you that you didn't know today.
どこがよ。ほらその態度。
Ooh. Agaha pointed her finger at Habane-san's face as if she was presenting irrefutable evidence.
挑戦的っていうかなんていうか。
It's true.
そんなだからみんなに誤解されちゃうんだよ。今日一緒に遊んだみたいにさ、もっと普通に打ち解ければいいじゃんか。
Yeah, exactly.
親切にどうも別に頼んでないけど。
God damn it, Katori, cut it out.
何その言い方。あなたって本当？
Oh?
知ってるんだから。私にやたらと話しかけてきたの先生に頼まれたからなんだって。
But is that actually true? Agaha faltered for a moment and held her tongue after hearing Habane-san's words. Her cheeks suddenly got dyed red.
私はそれとも私のことがかわいそうだからそういうのもううんざりなのよ。
Habane-san told her that and turned her wheelchair sideways.
さよなら。
Hey! With that, she left by herself. Agaha.
いいの。ハバネさんの言ったこと
Uh-oh.
全部本当だから。
But that's not the reason why you did this, right? Aren't you also being misunderstood?
ごめん。もう帰るね。
Aw. Agaha, I thought you were better than that! Agaha looked like she didn't want to talk about anything now. With trembling shoulders, she went up the gentle hill road. After I saw Agaha off, I hurried back to the dormitory. Caught up with wheels over here. Habane-san! Hey, Habane-san! Bang, bang, bang. Quack, quack. Hat came out as if to protest about the noise. Hey, is your buddy in there? Whack. Can you step aside a little? I moved Hat out of the way and peeked into Habane-san's room through the duck door. Damn bed is in the way. I can't see anything.
いけないんだ。
Can't do that. Kaneko-san, hasn't she come back yet?
いいよ。まだみたいだけど。
Oh, okay.
なんかあったの？
Maybe. Yeah, kinda. Say, could I ask you to prepare dinner?
え？私が？
Yeah, you. I'm counting on you.
嘘。ちょっとそれはやばい。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And he's gone.
言っちゃったよ。
Don't blame me for whatever
知らない
happens.
から。
Uh-oh. The other girl's gonna be mad. There she is.
これでみんなおしまい。
God damn it, Katori.
せいせいしたわ。
That's not what it looks like, though. Oh, shit. No, go back. Damn it, it like skipped on me and I accidentally clicked. Anyway, it just said something about Habane-san, blah, blah, blah. At night, the lake looked like a stretched out, vast, pitch-black darkness. On the other side was the windmill hill. It was illuminated and looked very beautiful. Sorry, I was looking over to the right over there to see if there's a way I could just go back, but I don't think there is. I guess I could go to the log. There we go. So Habane-san wasn't surprised when I called out to her. She looked at me for a moment, but immediately turned back to the lake. Okay, so that's all I missed. That's good. Alright. Cool. Since she hadn't come back to the dormitory, I guessed that she might be somewhere around here. This is where I found her. What are you doing here? A self-assessment? I said it in a lighthearted way, but she didn't answer. Let's go back. It's almost time for dinner. Habane-san shook her head. You can't stay here all the time, can you?
いやいや、帰りたくない。
But why? Why not?
今日終わらせたくないから。
But when she muttered it quietly, her cheeks faintly quivered for a moment. What do you mean?
部屋に帰ったら終わっちゃう。
But not really. You could do it again tomorrow.
今日が楽しすぎて終わらせたくない。
I mean, I get the feeling. I know what you mean. Tears were mixed in her voice.
こんな風に友達みたいに誰かと過ごしたの
And stop trying to fuck it all up.
だったのよ。
Habane-san.
なのに結局
And whose fault was that? Yes, that's true. A quarrel isn't the way to end a fun day. For me, today was unbelievably fun as well. It was like going back to my childhood, doing nothing but playing around from sunrise till sunset. Knowing that Habane-san felt the same way made me a little happy. About Agaha. I didn't see what had happened in class, so I can't really say anything, but she's a simple person. I don't think she would have done what the teacher had asked if she didn't want to. Even if she hadn't been asked, she's the type who would just do it anyway. That sometimes causes problems, though, right? I said it jokingly, and Habane-san smiled a little.
知ってる。
And today she wasn't asked to do that, but she still skipped school with us, didn't she? She'd never done that before, and yet when things turned out like this, she still stuck with us. She's not a bad person. I think that she probably really wants to be your friend. Even Agaha wouldn't go this far just for the sake of being kind. True that. At least we hope so.
私
Huh?
私の足がこんな風になったのは
Wait, you weren't always like this? Really?
旅行先で事故に遭ったの。
Oh, that sucks even more then. Damn, that sucks.
それまではあなたやあの子たちと同じように友達もたくさんいて
Whatever.
運動部にも入ってたバレー部だったのよ。
She played volleyball. Really? I imagine Habane-san kicking the floor and jumping, launching an attack on the opponent's court. Surely it must have been a magnificent and lovely sight.
それが事故で足を怪我して車椅子なしじゃ生活できなくなった。
Who fucked up your legs? Who do we gotta kill?
私が行ってた学校にはエレベーターなんてなかったし校舎の至るところに段差があって
Okay. Okay. A step, even as little as 5 centimeters, is a huge obstacle for a wheelchair.
学校に通うことさえ困難になった。
Uh-huh.
怪我する前のような生活。放課後みんなでハンバーガー食べに行ったり服を買いに行ったりそんな当たり前のことが何一つできなく
What do you
なっ
mean?
た。
You can still hang out with people and have burgers? What? Why is that a thing?
仲の良かった友達は気がつくとみんな離れていってたわ。一緒に遊べないんだから当然
You
よ
had
ね。
horrible friends then. I don't think that's true. For friends, for real friends, something like that wouldn't matter. They could still hang out with her, exactly. Saying that might have just been glossing over things, though. At least this was her own experience.
ある時ホームルームで私がみんなから孤立してるのに気づいた先生
Oh,
が
what did he say?
ハバネさんはかわいそうな子なんです。もっと仲良くしてあげましょう。
Oh, I see. The teacher said it, and then it fucked everything up, didn't it?
すごいショックだった。自分がどんな境遇にいるのか思い知らされて
Bastard.
その後一人でこっそり泣いたわ。悔しくて情けなくてそんな風に気を使われるのが嫌でしょうがなかった。
Habane-san's hands tightly grasping the hem of her skirt were trembling. It looked like the frustration of that time had come back to haunt her.
だからここへ来たの。完全バリアフリーの学校なら誰にも迷惑をかけず一人でやっていけるって。
But that doesn't mean you can't, like, be friends with people. It just means you can get around without having to worry about that being an issue, you know? Anyway, Habane-san could go to our school all by herself and could get in and out of the classroom without anyone's help.
けどやっぱりダメだった。 学校って場所は一人でやっていけるようにはできてない
Very
もんね。
true. Very true. It wasn't just a physical problem. It's a social environment, and you can't get by without being involved with other people. Most of the time, anyways.
おまけにタイヤがパンクしたら遭難の危機だし、一人でお風呂にも入れないんですもの。
Exactly. This is why you need some friends.
なんかもう疲れちゃった。
She muttered and gazed at the windmill hill on the other bank. The calm silhouettes of giant windmills seemed to help her settle down. That sounds tiresome.
でしょ？私結構頑張った方だと思わない？
I guess so. I do. I agreed from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't simply say something like, keep doing your best.
ソアリング部の部員集めうまくいってるの？
Not at all, dummy. Not really, but we should manage somehow. I have a feeling we'll make it in time.
そうよかった。
Uh-huh.
あの変な先輩ずっと一人で頑張ってたんでしょ？
Yeah, exactly. You should be sympathetic to the plight of senpai, okay? You should want to join too.
途中で終わらせちゃかわいそうだもん
Yeah,
ね。
exactly. Exactly.
私も一度でいいから飛んでみた
Yeah,
かった
see,
の。
here you go. She's gonna
glider
crack. She's gonna crack. Banasan narrowed her eyes while saying this. She gazed at the sky above the windmill hill. Hey, you don't really want to quit school, do you?
そんなことないわ。お父さんやお母さんも心配してるし、
Uh-huh.
私が学校辞めて家に帰れば喜んでくれる。
They think you want to go back home, okay. Habane-san smiled when she said that, but to me, it looked like a forced smile. They'd probably be much happier if you were happy and stayed at school because you wanted to, not because you were forced to. But anyways, I sat next to Habane-san and just like her, viewed the scenery on the opposite bank. Before I came back to Kazugara, I was in the bicycle club at a school far from here. She stole a glance at me when I started speaking and listened to me without a word. I may not look it, but I was a sports scholarship student, you know? I trained frantically every day in order to win races and be exempt from paying tuition fees. The practice was really tough, but riding the bike felt good, so I didn't really like such a hard work. So it didn't feel like such hard work. Bicycle road races are incredibly tiring. In a big competition, you cycle 100 kilometers in one day.
100キロ。それはすごいわね。
It is a lot. Isn't it? To make matters worse, you also have to go over hills on the way. Hill climbing is absolute hell. While climbing, I always wanted to give up. But after you pass the top, cycling down the slope feels amazing. Oh. I couldn't tell if Abane-san was impressed or envious. It was fun, so I thought I'd try starting in races. In one competition, I came in third.
すごいじゃない。それって全国大会だったの？
No, it was a competition between 4 people and I got third, so you know, no big thing. I nodded with pride. Actually, that was one of the few things that I could be proud of. Anshan came to watch. I was really happy about that. And I got greedy. In the first race of my second year, I had an accident. Another bike had fallen down and I got dragged along with it. It was in the middle of the downhill ride of all things. I was competing with several other participants. I was impatient in wanting to take the lead and got too close to another bike. Then the accident occurred. The other bike suddenly lost its balance and I got tangled up with it. I fell over and hit the asphalt at the speed of dozens of kilometers per hour. Smiling bitterly, I rolled up the right leg of my pants and showed her. With that accident, my career as a racer ended all too soon. The scar from the surgery was still fresh. Habane-san looked at it and was at a loss for words. She could probably call that kind of injury getting away with just a scar. With rehabilitation, I was able to walk again. The doctor said that now I don't have any problems with normal everyday life. But I can't ride a bike anymore.
それが前の学校を辞めた理由？
Yup. I nodded quietly. I was a scholarship student, so it was pretty hard after I withdrew from the club, but I could have stayed there. However, my friends from the bicycle club were there, and when I was seeing them practicing, when I watched them doing their best from afar, I couldn't live normally. See, we're not so different, you and I. My recovered leg from the rehabilitation actually made me feel even more depressed. If only I was completely unable to move, I could have just given up. Such a thought had crossed my mind back then. It was difficult and painful. All those pent-up emotions were too much for me. That's why I came back. I ran away back to my hometown. After I finished my story, I felt refreshed for some reason. Now that I think about it, Habane-san was the first person I have told all this. I didn't even open up to Agaha and the others about like this.
逃げたくなることもあるわ。生きるのって楽しいことより辛い
True
ことの
that,
方が
man.
多い
True
んだ
the
もん。
fuck that. What Habane-san said to comfort me was very pessimistic. That must be how she really feels. However, I didn't tell her this because I wanted to be comforted. There were still things I wanted to say. There are some things that I realized from running away. Oh? There's nowhere else to go. I can't escape any further. It's a dead end. But right now, I don't see any way forward either.
あるわよ。あなたなら他にも。
Do tell. I thought I would regret it, running away I mean. But it wasn't like that. My hometown is the same as always. It kindly welcomed me back.
よかったじゃない。
I mean, yeah. I mean, that makes it even worse. The warmth of my hometown, it makes me forget my pain and impatience. I felt like I was gradually being paralyzed. The pain, the importance of things I'd lost. I was forgetting them little by little. If I lost that, would I still be myself?
あなたにはあるわ。グ
Oh,
ライ
do
ダ
I?
ーが。
Yeah. I'm excited to think I could fly in it. I looked up at the night sky and imagined myself flying through the air. Beside me, Habane-san hanged her head. Do you have something like that? Something that lies beyond quitting school and returning to your hometown? Habane-san looked at me, visibly shocked. She was desperately trying to hold back the tears welling up in her eyes that were about to spill over.
そんなこと言わないでよ。そんな残酷なこと。
What's cruel about what I said? Whether she has something ahead of her or not. When she realized this, she was more distressed than I expected. I don't think you have anything like that, right? Therefore, without your to-do list, everything is over.
違う。あれはただ楽しかったから。
Exactly. If you want a bath, I'll help you get in. If you have a flat tire, I'll fix it as many times as necessary. Whenever you'll need help, I'll do anything. So, a tear ran down Habane-san's cheek. But it was only a single tear.
これ以上誰かの足手まといになるのはごめんなの。私の退学届返して。
Wait, what does that mean? Does that mean you're gonna quit? Don't quit. I went to get the withdrawal notice that I had stuck into the back of the drawer.
そんなところに隠してたの。
Aha! It was a good way to hide it, wasn't it? When I held that piece of paper in my hand, those terrible things that I had said to her skimmed through my mind. Do you have something like that? Something that lies beyond quitting school and returning to your hometown? Regretting those words, I gave her the withdrawal notice. You dropped this, so I picked it up.
ありがとう。
Arigato! However, Habane-san didn't take it right away. For her, taking it meant deciding her whole future. But in the end, she reached out her hand. Swish! I quickly pulled my hand away, much to her bewilderment. Actually, nope.
はい。
I'm not gonna give it back. I held on to it and left the room.
おかえり。晩ご飯できて
I'm scared of dinner.
るよ。もう大好評でさ。お鍋丸ごと余っちゃった。
It was very popular. We still have a whole pot. Believable. I slipped past Kaneko-san and made some rummaging sounds around the kitchen.
何してんの？
Not long after, Habane-san came into the dining hall.
返して。私の退学届。
Damn it, give it back.
退学届？
That's too bad. I've already hidden it somewhere.
なんてことするのよ。
I can't accept it. Just give it a chance.
は？意味わかんない。
Unreasonable feelings were bubbling up inside my chest. I knew how Habane-san felt. She must have had it tough, but just imagining it makes my chest hurt. But it's only been 10 days since I came here. I felt like I wanted to do something for her, but the time I've been given was too short. I know, I'm just meddling. I totally get it.
何一人で言ってんの？返しなさいよ。それ私のでしょ。
No way. If you want it back, look for it yourself.
さっきまでのしんみりしたちょっといい話っぽい雰囲気は何だったのよ。
The hell if I know.
やっぱりこいついじめっ子だ。
It's the only way to get her to budge, man. I whistled awkwardly, playing dumb.
ちょっとかなこさん。はいよ。
Hiyo?
こいつがどこに隠したか見てたでしょ。さあどうだったかな。 知ってても教えないと。
Ooh, Kaneko's on my side, bitch.
だって小鳥ちゃんいなくなっちゃうの寂しいんだもん。
Yeah, see? Don't leave Kaneko. You are BFFs. Abane-san's face became bright red. Looks like her rage gauge has reached max. Uh-oh.
バカアホ人手だしそんなのなくったって退学くらいできるんだから
Don't
ね。
do it! Throwing sharp parting remarks, Abane-san hurried out of the dining hall.
ご飯できてるから後でチンして食べなよ。
Sure, okay. Door at the end of the hallways closed with a slam.
でどこに隠したの？
Sticking out my tongue, I pulled the piece of paper out from under my shirt.
やるじゃん。
Oh, not bad. Thanks for your help. Okay. Well then, what a day that was. That was all one day, guys. Oh my god, this game is going to take me forever, isn't it? Also, when the hell do I get to start making choices, man? We're still not at that point. Do we have to start this fucking club for the choices to start?
失礼し
Good
ました。
lord. Anyway, excuse me, princess. At lunch break, Agatha and I were called to the staff room. It was because we both skipped school yesterday. Uh-oh. When we honestly said that we were having fun, we got a really severe scolding from our homeroom teacher. Well, that can't be helped. Glad they didn't contact our parents. Agatha wasn't her usual cheerful self this morning.
私昨日ひどいこと言っちゃったよね。
Nah,
ついカッとなっちゃってさ。
it's okay. She started it, dude. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Habane-san does understand your real intentions. Actually, she was regretting it too, that quarrel with Agatha.
違うの。あの時カッとなったのは多分図星を疲れたからだと思う。
Exactly. That's why I feel sad about, like, I'm worried, like, what to think less of Agatha because the teacher had told her. But let's see.
八方美人って言われてさ。
You don't kiss up to people though, do you?
どうかな。
Maybe you just do it because it's your natural instinct to. I mean, maybe you don't do it on purpose.
私ね、仲いい子はたくさんいるけど、葵たちと遊んでた時くらい親友
One of these situations again. Okay, I got you.
今いないんだ。
Now that she mentions it, Agatha does get along with everyone, but it doesn't look like she has any particularly close friends. To be honest, I thought that was a little strange. I was the same. I got along with colleagues from the cycle racing club, but unlike with you guys, I couldn't just talk with them about everything. I guess that was a question of adolescence. I also hadn't spent the same amount of time with them. Agatha, the others, and I were neighbors as long as we remembered and became each other's very first friends. See, this is a very relatable conversation right here, because, at least for me, I don't know how everybody else was with school, but this is like 1000% me right here. Like, when it came to growing up, I had a best friend that I lived very nearby. I hung out with every day. We did all sorts of shit together. We talked about literally everything and didn't really have any secrets, like weird secrets or anything, right? So, like, when it came to school and then on to high school and stuff, like, sure, I got along with everybody in classes. I didn't have, like, people that hated me and stuff. I wasn't the weird kid or anything. I mean, I was weird, but I wasn't, like, the outcast or anything. But I felt like an outcast, but I didn't hang out with anybody else. But then outside of school, I'd still hang out with my same friend that I usually hang out with. Oh, I should mention he was a year younger than me, or is a year younger than me. So that's part of why it was kind of weird to hang out at school, because we were in like different classes and stuff, and you know, we had our own like classmate friends that we kind of hung out with like during school times. But yeah, after school and even to this day, he's my only friend from back then I really keep in contact with, like from back then. I mean, I have other friends too. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm just my point is that the friend I've probably shared the most with in general is the one I grew up with, and it was like it's a natural thing for us. Every time we hang out, even if we don't see each other as often like we used to, it still reverts back to like like the last time we saw each other. That's what I'm kind of getting at here. I know this is like a weird segue or a weird diversion from the episode here, but it just got me thinking and reminiscing. So just had to bring it up because it was very relatable for me. All right. Anyway, yeah. Remember, see, very first friends. If there was anyone else who I got along with, idiot, moron, knucklehead, all that verbal abuse suddenly sprung to my mind. Do we get along?
先生に頼まれたのも本当だし、
It's true.
みんなの輪に入りやすいようにしてやってくれって言われたの。
Okay. Even if you were told to, you would have been worried about Habane-san anyway, wouldn't you?
そのつもりなんだけどさ、自信なくなった。
Well, we need to work on that then.
結局逆効果だったわけだし。
I see. Because you weren't able to get her to get along with everyone, you felt like you failed. I get it. Habane-san was absent today as well. Agatha thought it was her fault and was blaming herself. When I woke up this morning, Habane-san had already left. There were signs that the kitchen had been messed up. Apparently she had been searching for that withdrawal notice that I had hidden. It was actually in the drawer in my room, though. It's not your fault that Habane-san hasn't come to school.
どうしてそう思うの？
It's not just what I think. I'm almost completely certain. The truth is, I remembered that we were in the hallway of the school and took a quick look around. Nobody was passing by, so I didn't have to worry about anyone hearing that. Habane-san wants to quit school. Oh? It seems like she decided that quite a while ago, even before I returned here. Agatha was surprised to hear this out of the blue and was left speechless.
それって
It's not because she argued with the girls in the class. There's a deeper reason for it. I think that is also the reason for her recent behavior and attitude.
じゃあスワリング部に入らないって言ったのも。
Exactly. Even though you know she totally wants to. Yeah, since she was planning to quit school soon, she thought it would just cause problems for us.
そんな。じゃあ昨日の喧嘩って。
Exactly. It was because you both misunderstood each other.
そんなのないよ。私たち喧嘩したままじゃん。
She still hasn't fought me. I gotta go up to her and go, fight me, bitch, and then we can actually settle this.
このままハバネさんがいなくなっちゃったら、私どうすりゃいいんだよ。
Uh-oh. Agatha took her anger out on me by hitting my chest. Ow, ow, ow!
もっと早く言えよ、バカ。
My bad. I only found out by coincidence. Also, ouch! I can't just go around telling other people her secrets, can I? It was just a coincidence that I picked up the withdrawal notice. I didn't know when she was planning on submitting it, or if she was even really serious about it. I couldn't exactly ask her about it either.
でも。
Bam, bam! Okay, I'm sorry. That hurts. Seriously, stop punching me. Besides, I thought that she didn't want to quit school anymore. She'd been coming to school, helping with the meal preparations at the dorm, and it looked like she was enjoying herself. I just assumed that everything was fine now.
今日の帰り、謝りに行く。葵も付き合って。
I mean, you're going back to my place where I live, right? Well, yeah, of course. I stroked Agatha's head to calm her from crying a little. Okay. Anyway, today was Friday. Oh no, we're not gonna be a club, dude. It was the deadline of the grace period for gathering club members given to us by the Student Council Vice President, Kumoi Akari-san. So, I know what I just said about the club's going to get dissolved or whatever, but no. You already know that we're about to have a miracle happen. Someone's going to join, even if it's not Katori, which I think it's still going to be Katori. But we'll see. We'll see. After school, I went with Agatha and one other person to the Soaring Club's garage. Including the club president, Amane Senpai, a total of 4 people were lined up. Oh, wait, we got somebody? The vice president examined all of us one by one. Oh. Oh, she got Kaneko. Nice. Nice work. A vein was clearly visible on the vice president's forehead.
何ですか、この人は。
Don't worry about it. What do you mean? She's the new member.
新入部員のしぐれかなこです。却下。
What? What? Look at that screen.
なんでですか？
But why? Please explain.
そうだそうだ。幽霊部員は認めないと言ったはずです。
Bitch, you don't know her.
なんで決めつけるんですか？
Yeah, don't assume. You assumer. This is the tyranny of the student council.
そうだそうだ。私が空に憧れちゃ悪いっての？前科6本。この人は幽霊部員の常習犯だからです。
Oh, you're a notorious ghost member? Uh-oh. I didn't know that when I asked you to join this club. What?
いやー、秋っぽい性格で。
You get bored easily.
というわけで、却下
Oh,
です。
damn it. Well, we didn't know that when we asked her. How are we supposed to know?
いいじゃん。同じクラスのよしみでさ。
Yeah. Also, whoops. I don't know how I clicked out of the game there. My bad. I know you guys didn't see me click out of the game. I said whoops, but I clicked out of the game. Anyway. We're buddies from the same class. You two are in the same class? I guess they are in the same year.
ねえねえあかりちゃんベタベタ触らないでください
She drove Kanako-san away with a flat refusal. It seems that she was used to dealing with her.
他に部員は
No.
ということは廃部決定ですね
No!
副会長これ
Amane sheepishly passed her a printout. Those were the results of the Soaring Club's activities that she had compiled.
どうだろうかここ数年でフライトしたのは先日の一度きりそれも授業中という暴挙
It's a fucking outrage.
大会を目指しているわけでもなく学園祭にも不参加で作品や研究内容を発表する場も特に設けて
It's
は
because she
いな
needs
い
more members to help her out, man. This falls into
極
the...
め
Oh.
て個人的な趣味の範疇ですねこれはいわゆるサークル活動ではありませんか
No!
うん
Damn it. She said yes. Senpai! No!
素直に
You
認め
can't
ちゃ
just
ダメ
meekly
です
admit it like that.
ダメかな副会長どうしても行きたい場所があるんだ
There was something that sounded like a desperate appeal to Amane Senpai's voice. You know what? I had a feeling when we talked about how that notebook wasn't actually Katori's it wasn't actually her notebook originally. I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, that was Amane Senpai's journal. What do you guys think? She's gonna quote the book right now. Here it comes.
行きたい場所イスカと約束したんだ
The vice president watched Senpai silently for a short while, as if she was unable to weigh her true motive.
そうですね部員は一人足らず3名研究発表の場はない
Uh-huh.
とはいえ
However,
あな
you
た
are.
は
Vice President, who was about to say something very serious, looked behind us at the back of the garage.
ハバネ
Yes! I knew it! I knew it! Habane-san was there. She came in at some point.
返すものがあって
What's that? She said to Amane Senpai.
私にかい
However, Habane-san didn't come to us. She was beside the glider that had its sheet removed. Wait, what? She was beside the glider that had its sheet removed. Oh, the sheet that was laying on top of the glider. Sorry, I was confused. Anyway, she was looking slightly downwards at something lying in her lap. Dun dun dun. Amane Senpai walked over to her. Uh-oh. I know it.
なんだいこれが完成すれば雲の上に行けるの
Habane-san looked at the white, sleek aircraft. And then she held out the thing that was on her lap. A photograph. A photograph.
行けるのこれは
Oh? When Amane Senpai saw this, she opened her eyes wide in surprise.
写真どこで
Oh, this was probably the photo that was in the freaking thingy that she didn't have anymore. Like the empty frame. Tears welled up in her eyes.
何なの
No idea. Agaha and I walked over to there to take a look at the photograph that Habane-san was holding. It was a photo of clouds. Take me to the clouds above. It's a fancy shot from above the clouds, though. How did you get up there? There's only one way. A sunset dyed in indigo and orange. Or was it sunrise? In the sky, beautifully dyed by a clear morning glow, there was a huge long cloud. It was stretched like a cloister laid across the firmament. This must have been the passage of clouds.
綺麗
Yeah. Agaha and I, Kanako-san, and even the vice president, we were all fascinated by the miraculous spectacle shown on the photograph.
この場所に行けるの
You damn right it can. Habane-san asked again. For a moment, my mind couldn't make a connection between the question and the view of the photograph. That was because it was a place too far away to be associated with the word go. This place.
ここに行くのこの雲の上に
Take me to the clouds above. Riding this glider? I imagine this engineless white airframe inside the photograph flying magnificently and gracefully across that solemn sky. That really was a miraculous sight. All of us, even Kanako-san and Akari-san, held our breaths waiting for Amane-senpai's answer. Can it go to this place? Damn right it can. She murmured as she took the photograph and looked at it nostalgically. Oh, maybe the journal belongs to this Isuka. That could be true. I don't know who this I thought Isuka was a dude, but I guess if it's a girl, that makes sense. Amane-senpai, who had tears in her eyes until just now, smiled happily after saying this name. Chip! Hell yeah, you ain't a burner, baby. She spoke hesitantly, without much confidence in her voice. However, her eyes showed a strong determination. Seeing those eyes, Amane-senpai answered. Yeah. Chill. Alright, well, took long enough. I think we got a club, though. I met the sky and yearned for it. My goodness. If My Heart Had Wings, only 6 hours in, and we have the intro. Are you kidding me? Wow. Oh my. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you... You've got to be kidding me right now. I've only been playing for 6+ hours and now we get an intro? You've got to be kidding me. Wow, this game's going to take me forever, isn't it? Oh my God. Well, guys, here's the intro that we were missing from the beginning. I wonder if this song is copyrighted. I don't really care if it is, honestly. So now we're going back through the fucking... Now we're going to get intro to everybody that we didn't get in the beginning. But here you go. Let's see if there's anybody we haven't met yet. We haven't met her yet, technically. We met her, but we don't know her name. Asata Kanato. What the... Oh, there are twins! I knew it! They're twins! They're twins! The way she spoke, man, proved that it's twins. And that's it? I was going to say, wait, no, is that really it? There's no more girls? I think there'd be more girls than that. I mean, there's plenty of other people in the game, girls that we've met. But that's it for the club, I guess? Whatever. This is what falling in love is all about, without a doubt, guys. I think the game is finally going to become a date sim. It only took us 6+ hours. God damn, what a long intro, for real, though.